Louisiana Beer Reviews Pig's Ear Brown Ale from the Woodstock Inn Brewery. They said this was their first beer ever, and it was introduced in 1996. Now, Woodstock Inn was established in 1982. 4.3% alcohol, 25 IBUs. I got it on the label. That's what all beer companies should do, I think. It's an adhesive label on a plain aluminum can. Canned on November 25th, 2020 at 8:57 a.m. Thanks to Craig Swinson of New Hampshire for sending this to me. This New Hampshire Brown Ale. Now there's also a double Pig's Ear, twice the strength. I'd like to try that. He sent me that as well, and so that's coming up next. When I first started drinking beer in 1996, February 96, 25 years ago. True story. Beige head and just a brown, like Crayola brown appearance. I guess you call that. Maybe it's a little more reddish brown. I'm not an expert on color. Bubbles everywhere. Very fine powdery sediment that you get with a lot of filtered beers if the light's hitting it well. But when I started drinking beer in 96, February, in the craft beer world, because I was drinking, people say, what got you into craft beer? I said, just starting to test beers out, because I would grab Schlitz, and then the next time, Turbo Dog from Abita, and I might grab Old Milwaukee, and then Pete's Wicked Ale. So brown ale was the big deal in craft beer, it seemed to me at that time. And then that faded, other styles came to the fore, and brown ale receded very far back, and then people started to say bad things about it, and I couldn't understand that, because I can remember in the mid-90s where people would say, oh, it's so good. So I couldn't get the... I always liked them. I never what do people say? Like, oh, I grew up, I advanced past that. I never did advance past brown ales. I just tried other styles that I liked. India Pale Ale, you know, Pale Ales, India Pale Ales, Double India Pale Ales, all that. Yeah, I like those. It didn't mean I'd stop liking brown ales. Roasted and crystal malts. The hops, I don't know. Yeah, so it's like a caramel smell or a dark brown bread crust. Kind of that Roman meal type thing. It's very nice, sweet. These are malty. If you're a hop head, you still might like it because you might be open-minded and say, I love really hoppy beers, but I also like these sweet beers, malty beers. But if you have to have a strong hop presence, no, you're not going to like this. And at 4.3, that's the same alcohol level as Busch beer. So it's not strong for United States of America standards. Now in Australia and Great Britain and Ireland, maybe it's considered a normal level. In the United States, it would be considered low average alcohol strength. I can detect the hops though, kind of earthy hops. Bread crust, little sweetness, medium body, low medium, let's say light to medium body, between light and medium, and it's a crisp finish. The most famous brown ale, of course, is the Newcastle Brown Ale, which originated in England, then came under control of Heineken, and they do a lot of the production in the Netherlands today, of all things. Then there's the Lagunitas produced Newcastle Brown Ale, which is much different. And it is something that might satisfy a hophead, and I do consider myself a hophead. On the Cyclops scale, the sweetness level would be 2 out of 5 sugar cubes. It's really not that sweet. Bitterness level, actually, I think 2.5. out of 5 hop cones, believe it or not. It's a little hoppier and a little bit more bitter than I had expected. How would it compare to like Pete's Wicked, which is no longer made, or Turbo Dog? Turbo Dog's still around. Somebody was saying it was discontinued, but it wasn't. I guess they're about on the same level, probably same price. I've never seen these in Louisiana. I don't know if New Hampshire gets a beat to Turbo Dog. I guess I'd give Turbo Dog about a 92, A minus, maybe 93. I can't recall what I gave it. It's nice, enjoyable. I'll say 92, A minus, almost to straight, most excellent, but an excellent beer nonetheless. Excellent, thank you, Craig. And I have a funny feeling that the double pig's ear is going to be much higher score just by virtue of its power and robustness, but time will tell. So, les bon temps relais, I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all take a road trip to New Hampshire and go visit this brewery and restaurant, Woodstock Inn. Couldn't remember. Thank you.